Hello, it's Lynn Watts here with Wyatt the Wonder Dog Books. And today I want to talk about helping children get ready for kindergarten. Kindergarten is a big step for every child. For many, it is their first exposure to school experience. And I know as parents and grandparents and school counselors, we want to make that as pleasant and stress free as possible. So, today, what I'm going to do is talk about several different areas that we can think about to prepare children for the kindergarten experience. And I think these topics are relevant for anyone who works with children. So you might be a parent, a grandparent, or you might be the school counselor who is helping parents prepare children for kindergarten. So let's get started. The first one that we want to talk about is social readiness. And of course, social skills are very important skills that we all need to learn. It's something that there's been a lot of concern about in recent years, especially following the whole COVID pandemic and so many people were sheltering at home. And so children didn't have as many social experiences and they didn't, in many ways, develop social skills. So, as adults in a child's life, we can help them in developing social skills in lots of ways. One is simply by arranging opportunities for them to be around other children. This can be something as simple as a reading story time at the local library. It might be inviting other children over to your house to play. It might mean meeting parents at a playground and letting kids play together. Anything that involves some social opportunities can be helpful. And of course, we want to prepare children both before and after that experience by talking about what they can expect, how they might act, might even do a little bit of role play with children. This is a great way to help them learn what to expect and how to relate to other children. What can you say? Can we play together? What's your name? Just some very simple ideas for how they can interact with other kids. Not everybody gets that just intuitively. So you can prepare them for that. And then afterwards, you can talk with them about how did that go. And perhaps, if not so well is the answer, then you can help them prepare for the next experience. So, social readiness, practicing people skills is definitely a part of helping kids get ready for kindergarten. And of course, we want to reassure both parents and children that it's okay to be a little nervous about doing something new, that we all feel that way when we do something new that we haven't experienced before, and help them handle those feelings as well. So we've talked about social readiness. Let's talk about emotional readiness. And this means building some resilience and also building some independence. So helping children by giving them some short periods of separation can be very helpful, because if kindergarten is the very first time that your child has been away from you for any extended period of time, then that obviously might be a problem. Some children, of course, are very outgoing and naturally sort of social, and for them, they might be able to step into it fine, but it's good to know what to expect ahead of time. So again, if there are many opportunities for children to have short periods of separation. It might be while you're at the gym, they're in the nursery, or while you're at church, they're in a Sunday school class, or it might mean that they visit grandma and grandpa, or a neighbor for a play date and you are not there. You go and do something else. So just preparing them for some short periods without you being there early on can be very helpful. Part of that often involves developing a goodbye ritual. This is how we say goodbye. So it might be just a special hug. It might be saying, I'll see you in an hour. I'll see you, whatever time you'll be back. Just some reassurance about that. It's also important to encourage independence just on a regular basis, having children dress themselves, feed themselves as soon as they're able, perhaps prepare a sandwich for themselves, know how to open snack containers. This is the sort of thing that becomes important in kindergarten when they're eating lunch. So just give it some thought more and more. How can you encourage independence and them being able to do things for themselves is important. Um, we want to reframe anxiety. And I've already done that a little bit, but simply letting both parents and children know that it is normal to feel a little anxious whenever you're involved in doing something new, to expect that and to develop some ways to handle that. What do you do about that? Do you just take a deep breath? Do you think of something pleasant? How do you handle trying something new and different? So reframing anxiety is important. Mental readiness, a lot of times I think as parents, we focus on this, and that is simply helping children learn how perhaps to write their name, learn a few letters, learn their colors, learn some numbers, that sort of thing. You want to make it a fun activity so learning becomes fun. And I think the other key part of this is helping children realize that learning is not something that happens automatically. They're not going to go to kindergarten one day and be able to come home and read. That there are challenges involved in this, that there's often frustration involved in learning something new, but that it's worth it in the end. So providing lots of opportunities for them to learn prepares them well for kindergarten. We want to keep the transition as stress-free as possible. And a lot of good ways to do that are to share with them what they can expect. So this might mean visiting the school ahead of time, meeting their teacher, seeing their classroom, if there's an opportunity for an open house before school starts, or having them go with you when you drop off older brother or sister. Just having the whole experience of being at school, something that they become familiar with and they expect. There are also lots of good books that you can share to help children transition to kindergarten. One of them I've written myself, and it's called Wyatt the Wonder Dog Goes to Kindergarten. And it talks a lot about how there many times we anticipate that we're not going to like something, but if we go ahead and try it, it can turn out to be something that is a lot of fun. So you might check out that book. And of course, there are lots of other books about starting kindergarten or starting school that can be very helpful. So I hope all of these ideas provide some good input and some ways that you can help the child or the students in your life get ready for that big occasion, that transition, that big milestone of starting kindergarten. And as also, always, I want to thank you for listening and for all you do for young children. Thanks.